Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about mission table gold making. Now before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel and drop a comment down below on whether or not you still care about the mission table. Are you doing them? Do you think they're gonna get nerfed for Dragonflight? Are you not doing them? I want to know. Let's talk about it down there. Go type a comment. Go type a comment right now. I'll wait. Okay, I mean, depending on how long it actually is, I'm not gonna wait. But either way, let's get into it. Obviously, it has been a while since we have actually talked about the mission table on this little here YouTube channel. So I am back here to talk to you guys about it, the add-on that I'm using, my settings for it, and also why I pick the things that I pick. As some of you guys know, my alt army, if you've watched the previous video, my alt army is up to 134 level 60s. And they're pretty much all of them running the mission table. I check through them every single day. At least twice a day is what I do. And that is basically a very big portion of what my gold making is. Now, it is not the only thing that I do, but just to give you guys a perspective of how many mission tables I'm running and where I get my information from. So, for the mission table, if you guys do not know, the best add-on that you can get currently is TLDR missions. There is no competing this. It is without a doubt the best add-on that you can possibly get for the mission table. And a great addition is picking up Venture Plan because it gives you the UI that you can see here in the back. And not only that, it also shows your adventure campaign progress. And you want to be able to see that because levels are very important. I'm going to go over quickly what you guys want to care about when it comes to those levels, because they are pretty important for how you can get missions. Now, as a baseline thing, okay, when you set up a mission table, and I have a full playlist of everything you need for mission tables. So if you're thinking about setting up mission tables, make sure you go check that out. I'm probably going to be linking the playlist down below in the description. If it's not there by some magical disappearance, it is on my channel. You just have to go on there. It's on the homepage. You click on playlist, mission table playlist. It's there. It's there. I promise. But besides that, when you've set up your mission table, when you've done the troop trick, which is when you get to your covenants, you pick up one companion and you level it all the way up, so your troops get to a point where they are level 60 or very close to it. You can start doing your mission table. Now, your adventure campaign progress. This is very important. The first milestone that you're going to get to is basically 11 and 12. That's where you start getting a lot more missions. Basically, you have access to a lot more missions. This is not the greatest point, but it's basically where you unlock 60 to 70% of what the mission table has to offer. You definitely want to get to 16 as quickly as possible. Now, when you get to 16, and this is very important, when you unlock level 16, that is when, basically when you unlock all the 9.2 missions, which is very important because it unlocks a bunch of anima missions, a bunch of gold missions, and it also unlocks some more material missions and also some more polished Petrifier missions. So a bunch of everything, and you're really, I promise you, you're really going to get there. And eventually you want to get to 20 as well, but as soon as you're at 16, there's no rush to get to 20. But that's just how I do it. So that was just a quick explanation. If you guys have TLDR missions, which why don't you go install it? TLDR missions is a great add-on because it basically makes the process of checking your mission tables a lot faster, okay? And as you can see, I don't have very many things picked right now. And if you guys only have, you know, a handful of mission tables, 5 to 10, or even just 1, 2, or 3, you might be picking more of these options if you want to. And obviously, this is a ranking process, right? So it prioritizes your missions based on how you rank them. So for me, campaign mission progress first, then anima, then gold, then pet charms. Now you can add more to this if you want to, if you feel like it's worth it, because this all depends on whether or not you care about, whether or not you care about having to farm a little anima here and there. That's basically it. All of these out here, these are drop down menus. So you can choose, okay, well, I don't want gold missions if they're 100 anima plus, right? For example, I don't want Polis Petrarch's missions if they're 100 anima plus. So they're basically just like, you can sort out certain missions. And the same thing with these. For something like crafting materials, you could say, oh, well, I don't want anything but enchanting materials or cooking materials or whatever it is. So that's what all these drop-down menus are for. These are very important if you're planning on getting any of these. Now, besides that, before we go into anything else, there is also the advanced section here. Now, this doesn't always matter as much. This also depends on you again. And here, the most important things on this page is if you've done the troop trick, you might as well just don't use followers less than this many levels below the mission level. You might as well just set this up to 60 to be able to do as many missions as possible, because your troops will carry your followers very, very, very easily if you've done the troop trick. So you just set it all the way up there. I never do any missions that are over 150 anima. Well, 150 anima is not worth, but I never do them if they're over 100 anima. You can also set this down to a 50. They're usually not worth it for more than 50, but this is what I like setting it at because there's not that many missions over 50. So that's a part of that. Now, there's also the mission durations. You can change this if you want to. I don't care too much about this because I only check the mission table about 2 times a day, sometimes 3. But if you guys don't want to take the super long missions, that's all up to you. Now, down here, this is very important because a lot of people don't realize this. You want this setting on. Immediately start missions once calculated, okay? If you do not, as you can see, I have the start button up here. And a lot of people keep asking me all the time about TLDR missions. How do you have that start button? Where does that come from? It is this setting right here. If you do not have this on, I'll show you right here. If you do not have this on, the start button is not there. Okay, when you have that there, it is going to be there. And the good thing about this button is when you have a bunch of completed missions, like I do right here, you can click this button. It collects all those missions very quickly, and it starts sending out the new missions based on your rank list for what you want, right? So that's it. It just did my missions, and then that's done. I can go into the next character and check on. That's it. That's all it takes. And that is what mission table gold making is now. You don't have to worry about it really. You can just pick what you want and let the add-on handle it for you. Now, the last thing I'll quickly talk about it here for you guys is the profile section, okay? And the profile section is really only important if you have, 10, 20, a lot of mission tables, right? And you don't want to keep setting it up if you want to have the exact same settings for every single character. Then all you have to do is make a profile name and then keep using it on all the other ones. Or you can just say, well, I made my first setup on this this character name, and then you can just click on this and then choose it on your other characters, and it uses the exact same profile, so you don't have to set it up every single time. But that's basically it. I wanted to make a little update video on some mission table gold making to tell you guys it is still good. It's probably, I'll tell you guys this now, it has not been nerfed yet on the Dragonflight beta, but chances are that it's probably going to, okay? It's probably going to be nerfed around the time pre-patch comes around for Dragonflight or when the expansion releases. So expecting that to happen, we probably only have 2 to 3 months left of the mission table, but that is just something that you guys have to consider when you're thinking about doing the mission table. But that is actually going to be everything that I had for this video today. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one. See ya!